Hello, you're watching Proactive London. I'm joined by Matt Timmins. He's joint CEO of Fintel PLC, as well as Chief Financial Officer David Thompson. Gents, good to speak with you both today.
Hi, Stephen. Great to speak with you.
So, Matt, let me start with you. For those viewers not familiar with the company, can you tell us more about Fintel?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So Fintel is an organization that sits right in the middle of retail financial services. It's a huge market with hundreds of manufacturing firms, product providers, product manufacturers, millions of end consumers, and then thousands of intermediaries sitting in the middle giving advice to clients. And Fintel provides support services in terms of compliance and regulation, and also fintech and workflow products. So we're the largest provider in the market, and Fintel consists of its sub-brands, which is SimplyBiz and Defacto. And as I said, we provide fintech and support services to financial intermediaries, fintech and support services to product manufacturers, and then our Defacto star ratings to consumers.
Well, Matt, can you sum up what you've been up to for the last 12 to 24 months?
Yeah, absolutely. So we presented our results last Tuesday. A good set of results. We're really pleased with the progress that the business is making. And I guess the results come in twofold. So first of all, a solid financial performance, which I'm sure David will pick up on later. But just as importantly for us, really key progress towards our strategic targets. So in the year, we have disposed of two non-core assets, a business called Zest Technology and our Verbatim Asset Management Funds. We've increased the percentage of SaaS and subscriptions revenue in the business from 61 to 66%. And we have done our largest ever fintech contract with a business called Tatton Asset Management, who've licensed up to 2,500 licenses of our fintech to be able to supply to their user base. So really good year, really solid progress. We continue to digitize the business. We continue to grow in terms of high level revenue growth and EBITDA growth. And as I said, David will touch on that in more detail. So really, in quick summary, it's solid financial performance and real progress towards our strategic delivery.
Okay, well, let's bring you in here, David, to give us a more in-depth look at those financials.
Sure. So again, as Matt said, it's been a really robust and strong year for Fintel. The business was already inherently resilient through COVID, and you'll see that from 19 to 20 to 21. We've grown 5% in core revenues, and we've made two strategic divestments, which brought in just over 11 million of cash into the business. And that leaves us in a very strong balance sheet position of having no debt and 2.6 million of a net cash positive position. So again, progress towards our medium-term objectives by significantly deleveraging the business. So again, one of the key aspects I want to bring in is the core growth. So we have a SaaS and subscription element to our business. That's a recurring, longer-term revenue stream. And that's where we see a lot of our value coming from. And that grew 13% in the year to just over 34 million. So we think when you compare that SaaS and subscription revenue to our current rating, it puts the business in a very strong light, particularly as we've got this fantastic platform to now grow from a completely delevered position.
So what's this year looking like, David, from a financial perspective, and what's next for Fintel?
So we absolutely remain on track. Trading's continued well in the first quarter so far. And it's building on that investment that we've made throughout 2021, we can grow the business in all aspects, and particularly highest margin comes through additional software license sales. So we've built that platform now, and our thousands of members across the IFA community are looking to invest further in their back office and front office systems, and we are prime place to help them with that. So what's next is continued growth, continued progress towards our medium-term objectives, which are 5 to 7% revenue growth, 35 to 40% EBITDA margin, and increasing that quality mix of revenue to 70 to 80% of SaaS and subscriptions. And what we can do that in two ways. We can grow organically through fantastic Defacto platform in terms of investing in our own DevX, our own software engineers, and also through acquisition. We're in a fantastic, very liquid place with a 45 million revolving credit facility to go and make some significant acquisitions to grow as well. So there's a lot in front of the business, and it's a great place to be.
Yeah. How do you see the path going forward, Matt?
Yeah, so as David pointed out, we see growth organically in terms of continuing to serve more intermediary firms and product manufacturers. We see margin stepping out as we continue to digitize the business. We are winning new enterprise fintech contracts, which adds huge value into the business. We've got this untapped data and insights product, which we are stepping out and essentially selling to product manufacturers, and we see real growth in that. And then we have access to the RCF and strong balance sheet to be able to acquire other businesses. We've got a proven track record of doing that. We acquired in 2019 Defaqto, and previous to that, a number of other businesses. So we see continued growth through acquisition as well as organic growth.
So put forward the investment case for the company, Matt.
Yeah, so I mean, the investment case there, Fintel sits right at the very heart of a massive market that's incredibly important. We are uniquely positioned, given the brands that we have in Defaqto and Simply Biz. We have huge knowledge of the regulatory market and of financial products, which is second to none. The business is built on a recurring income model with thousands of customers paying us monthly subscriptions. So 66% of our core business now comes from recurring income and SaaS. We operate at a high margin, 33%, which we see stepping out. And we have solid revenue growth of 5% this year and more to come in the future. We've got plenty of dry powder to make acquisitions. In fact, our house broker or house analyst described our business as a digital business on an analog rating, as we look to really sort of progress our digital journey. And so I think for those people looking to invest, if they want to invest in a business which is highly resilient and has proven to be so throughout good market conditions and challenging market conditions, then Fintel's an excellent business.
Oh, succinctly put. Gents, thank you very much for the update. It was good speaking with you, and I hope we'll be doing it again soon.
Super. Thanks, Stephen.
Matt Timmins is the joint CEO of Fintel. David Thompson is Chief Financial Officer.